It is a thriving water world, filled with strange and amazing creatures. An ocean paradise. Now, it's a bustling city in its own right. A vast coral reef, teeming with weird inhabitants.
Habitats that aren't equivalent.
At the other end of the food chain, a super predator rules the seas.
The scorpions on land are, I think, they...
wreaking havoc on the plankton feeders. The surface water used to be a nursery for many tribalite species, but the larva can't survive the...
You did. The way you reproduced...
In the deserts of the western United States, rocky outcrops that once formed the Ordovician sea floor contain...
changes extremely, they'll die. If it changes just a little bit. Calcium carbonate makes up the shells of many of the animals that form a reef. And
all these long cone nautiloids crash diving.
A supercontinent situated over the South Pole. Every jaw in the vertebrate world, whether it's used for chewing cud, taking down prey, survivors search the wasteland for any scrap of food.
So many animals and plants are narrowly adapted.
Oceans become a bloody killing field. But this time, the Eurypterids dominate. But in these same waters, there's another remarkable evolutionary trait emerging. A small pocket of fish, relatives of Astraspis, have developed a unique trait: movable jaws. They are called algae suckers. Fish are now moving their way up the food chain. Mass extinction transformed winners into losers, the hunted into hunters. Different roles, but the cycle of life and death continues. Life will continue. To everything, but the toll is sobering. Reef systems in the Earth's shallow seas are especially hard hit.
Reefs, as a rule, get hit hard during mass extinctions. Reef organisms are always more sensitive to environmental change. They have a restricted ability to live in diverse environments.
Over 70% of all species will never be seen again.
By analogy, today we can think that scientists have described about 1 million species, and so 70%, that would be about 700,000 species going extinct over a relatively short period of time.
But Earth is remarkably resilient, and life advances once again. In Earth's next chapter, called the Silurian period, astounding new species repopulate the empty oceans.
Actual changes in the ecology. It's probably the least effective of the 5 great extinction events. A lot of animals went extinct, but the diversity, the different kinds of organisms that were going to re-evolve afterwards, pretty much the same.
In the open oceans, fish with jaws, like the acanthodians, swim alongside their more primitive, jawless cousins, like Astraspis. They even begin to invade freshwater lakes and streams on the continents. Once a rare and lowly life form, fish are now taking over our planet. Every fish we know today, catfish, swordfish, minnows, sharks, will all be spawned from these ancient ancestors. As the centuries pass, incredible new